Joe's church over in St. Clair, and it was a basement church. They never did get the top built on it. They built the basement, they was going to build a top, and they never did get a top to it. But I went over and sung many, many times with Jack Hansel. He sang, and I don't know how old he is, but
He's getting up there.
you know, years, and his wife's still singing. Yeah, they're good people.
Well, they've got beautiful voices.
Oh, they can sing, man. And you get older and weaker, boy, back. He's younger, he can knock you down, that big old voice he had. I tell
His
you.
recitation is what got me. It was so good. Thank you.
One of the good old timers in this way. I love old Jack Hansel, and they're a good guy. And every time I'd see him, I said, when are you coming to see me, Jack? I'm going to come one day. And so I leave town, and here he comes. Yeah. But isn't that the way it goes? But I'm glad you got to see him, anyhow. And we're really glad to be here today. Listen, before I get in this message, I got something I want to talk about today for just a few minutes. I'm not going to take a lot of time because I'm not going to rant and rave about things. But I've had different people talk to me about this big war that's going on Facebook. Now I have Facebook, at least set us up a Facebook, but I'll be the last guy in town to go. I just don't pay no attention.
No, you won't. I will.
You the same way?
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it.
Well,
I never did get in on it.
it can cause a lot of problems. I know that. And I know they've been bickering back and forth, some of the churches and things, and I don't know everything, but people tell you these things, and you know who gets the blame?
The pastor.
I don't do it. But I tell you, I just want to say, I hope you refrain from getting on there and discussing church politics and arguing back and forth about this one's saved and that one's not, and these are hypocrites and these are, because it's just bad. It's a bad testimony, and it looks bad on our church. If I was out there somewhere and I was reading this, what kind of people is? I'll tell you one thing. I know a little church there. Now that's right. The whole church gets judged by what somebody does. And I really think we ought to give it a lot of prayer, a lot of thought, children, to and tell our children to not get on there and discuss church politics. It's silly. A lot of us just silliness, just gossip, like you say. Amen. And this will say this, then this will say that, this will say this. And if you really want to do that, you ought to go to them and say, let me tell you just what I think of you.
Yeah.
And then thousands of people out there ain't reading it.
Amen.
It's just crazy. Please don't. I just beg of you, if you love me and if you love this church, don't do that.
Amen.
And I wouldn't know it. I mean, it was brought to my attention, Brother Pat, you'll know this. This is what's going on back in the churches and so on and so forth. And they're discussing, all the church world's discussing.
Oh, yes.
And of course, these against these people, all trying to justify themselves. They're bad, but I'm all right. But I mean, it's crazy. And you just, they say use that adage, what would Jesus do? He wouldn't do that.
No, you wouldn't.
Amen.
He would not do that. Please don't do that. Just say, I love everybody. Now, if you want to say something, I'm praying for all the church people today.
Amen.
That's what they need.
Because I'm going to tell you something, they believe what they believe, and if you don't agree with that, it's your right. But if they believe that, and they believe they got to do that to go to heaven, that's what they got to do.
That's right.
Whether you like it, and you're not going to convince them that because you see differently, that you're all right. And I'm all right, I'm all right. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm all right. They don't believe that, never will. Until God enlightens them on something. That's just the way it is. And it's just a trick of the devil to put people against people.
Amen.
And right away, I thought about some of the other pastors involved. I know they wouldn't do that. They're just not that kind of people. And you've got to be mindful of that. But other people they don't know that. They see that, that's the way they are down there at the church. Yeah, that's the way they do. So please, please, please don't do that. If you're going to go on there, it's a nice thing if you're going to go on and bless one another and say something good about God. Say, it's good to be alive today. I love Jesus. How about you? That's a nice thing to say. Don't say, you're a hypocrite, and you're doing this, and you're doing that. You're just mad because I got mad, and you got mad at me because I got mad. Nobody cares anything about that trash. Stop that. Please. And you won't have to worry about seeing anything on there from me because I don't know that.
Me neither.
I have to hear it third party down the line. Do you hear what they said on Facebook? No, I don't fool with Facebook. If I want to talk to you, I'll come over to the house. Talk to you. So please, take that, don't be offended with me or don't be hurt by me, but please take that to heart. But I think it's very important. We are the lights of the world. We are a city set on a hill. It cannot be hid. You cannot hide yourself.
No.
So I don't want to be responsible for all that. Well, you are anyhow, so it don't make any difference.
That's right.
You're an ambassador. You're either doing good or you're not. And so somebody has to say it. This has to stop. So please help me to try to stop some of this. And we never will stop at all. We know that. And I know if you just say, I don't care what the preacher said I'm going to do, you're going to do it anyhow.
Oh my.
Because I don't read it anyhow, so I won't read it. But somebody will.
Yes, it
And
will.
those that will are going to have a bad opinion of our church. Because don't do that. When like say, look, come on over to our church, we don't break the trail like that. And that's what we like to say, what we like to think. We got our own problem just trying to stay saved.
Amen.
I look in the mirror at this guy, that's the guy I got to get saved right here. I can't worry about somebody in some other church. I got to worry about me. And that's the way it is, children. That's the bottom line. It'll make you love everybody. Make you love everybody. Make you love everybody. And it's good enough for me. Right?
You know, it said that he was kind to the evil and the unthankful. That's quite a saying.
Well, the Bible said that Jesus went about doing good.
Yes, yes.
And he was led like a lamb to the slaughter, and he opened not his mouth.
Got a ways to go.
And sometimes it's a good time sometimes just not to open your mouth.
That's right.
Everybody's got an opinion, but you don't always have to express it.
All right.
Yeah, keep it to yourself. Secret, baby, I keep them to myself. Now I want to get in this message here today. If the Lord let me.
Well, really, that's part of it.
But I was told about it.